The funniest thing that happened to me last week. And before I share the details, I want you to know that by the end of this video, you will understand exactly how to start attracting money into your life effortlessly. It doesn't require a ton of hard work, and I'm even going to show you how one person followed 3 simple steps to manifest over $100 million. I know it may sound too good to be true, but let me assure you, money can come in large sums once you stop desperately trying to chase it. Here's the real secret. You're actually much closer to a financial breakthrough than you think. No matter where you are financially, whether you are struggling or doing well but just want more, the reason the money hasn't come to you yet is because subconsciously you might be blocking it. Your subconscious mind controls 95% of your life and can be programmed in a way that keeps money at bay. The good news is that scientists tell us you can reprogram your subconscious mind to A. All you need to do is listen to it for just a couple of minutes each day, and before you know it, your mind will start taking advantage of new opportunities and attracting more money. It's completely free, and over 1 million people around the world have used it to transform their financial situations. You can get it at link. It's pinned in the comments and description, and it could change your financial future forever. Now, before I dive into the 3 simple steps someone used to manifest $100 million, let me tell you a fun miracle story that happened to me last week. I had just read Matthew McConaughey's new book, Green Lights. Honestly, I almost didn't buy it because, let's face it, celebrity books are often ghostwritten and don't have much depth. But I decided to give it a try, and I was impressed. Not only was it a great read, but McConaughey is an incredible writer, and I loved the authenticity he brought to it. We started talking, and before I knew it, we spent the next 30 minutes in the steam room, chatting about life, dreams, and everything else. It was such a surreal moment. I had just finished his book, forgot about it, and then randomly ran into it while on vacation, 3 hours from the nearest city. It felt like the universe was sending me a message. So who do you think they used these exact 3 steps to manifest $100 million? You guessed it, Matthew McConaughey. Now let me break down those 3 steps so you can start attracting money into your life too. Step 1. Remove money from a pedestal. At the height of his career, McConaughey was making millions, doing romantic comedy, and starring in huge box office hits, but he never put money on a pedestal. We started talking, and before I knew it, we spent the next 30 minutes in the steam room chatting about life, dreams, and everything else. It was such a surreal moment. I had just finished his book, forgot about it, and then randomly ran into it while on vacation, 3 hours from the nearest city. It felt like the universe was sending me a message. So who do you think they used these exact 3 steps to manifest $100 million? You guessed it, Matthew McConaughey. Now let me break down those 3 steps so you can start attracting money into your life too. Step 1. Remove money from a pedestal. At the height of his career, McConaughey was making millions, doing romantic comedy, and starring in huge box office hits. But he never put money on a pedestal. Instead, he understood that money, like everything else, is simply a tool, and treating it as something sacred and unattainable only keeps it out of reach. The moment you take money off a pedestal, you stop chasing it and start attracting it naturally. Money becomes another part of the flow of life, rather than something you have to fight for endlessly. Stay for steps 2 and 3, and let's start manifesting that abundance in your life. There's a powerful story about a Hollywood actor who had it all. A couple $1 million, guaranteed box office hits, and the kind of financial security that many dream of. But despite all the success, he was not fulfilled. He felt uninspired and trapped in a mold, constantly being offered the same types of roles that didn't align with his true passion. He wanted more meaningful and dramatic films, but Hollywood saw him as just another romantic comedy actor. This internal conflict ultimately led him to a bold decision. He walked away from easy money. He moved to Texas, distancing himself from the industry that had defined his career. Everyone around him told him he was ruining his life and career. Hollywood would never forgive him, they said. But she stayed true to her instincts, even as lucrative offers kept coming, including one for $12 million to star in another romantic comedy. It was more money than he had ever made in his entire life. But he turned it down. For 2 long years, he did not receive a single job offer. He questioned his choices, wondering if he had made a terrible mistake. But then, out of the blue, the opportunity for the Dallas Buyers Club came into his life. That film led to an Academy Award, changing his entire career in a new direction. Shortly after, he starred in blockbuster movies like Interstellar and The Wolf of Wall Street. Today, his net worth is in the hundreds of millions of dollars. In fact, he made more money after that pivotal period than he ever did in his entire life. It's a remarkable story and shows how he transformed his life by taking money off its pedestal. This brings us to an important lesson. When you stop putting money above everything else, you free up your energy and invite abundance into your life. When you are desperate for money, you elevate its importance to a level that keeps you trapped with scarcity and fear. That energy really blocks what you want to attract: more money. It's a vicious cycle. The more you chase him, the more elusive he will be. So how do you break free from this cycle? The first step is to reprogram your subconscious mind. The truth is, when we don't have money, we often put it on a pedestal, thinking we need it to survive. But this need creates a lack mentality. When you let go of desperation and stop seeking validation through money, it begins to flow naturally into your life. That's why it's so important to work on changing your energy and mindset. I have free financial success hypnosis available to help you with this. It is designed to break down those limiting beliefs and help you align with abundance. You can find it at jakeshypnosis.com. Check it out. Now, this brings us to a second vital principle. Being complete without the need for success makes it come effortless. This is one of the most profound lessons in the story of this actor's journey. When he first arrived in Hollywood, he was desperate for success, constantly seeking validation. She met a producer who sensed her desperation and told her directly, "You'll never make it if you come in needing something. Get out of my house and don't come back until I don't need anything." The actor was forced to take the advice seriously. With no other option, he left and went on a 3-month motorcycle trip around Europe. He disconnected from the pressure, rediscovered himself, and began to enjoy life. When he returned, the producer immediately noticed a change in his energy. He no longer seemed needy or desperate, and so he landed a great talent agent and his career took off from there. The lesson here is simple but profound. When you stop needing success, it comes naturally to you. Desperation only pushes success. When you have self-esteem and are content without external validation, people and opportunities are attracted to you. This is the key to becoming magnetic. When you no longer need anything, everything starts chasing you. So check in with your emotions. Your body is like a GPS system, constantly telling you how you feel. If you feel hopeless, it is a sign that you are not aligned with your true abundance. Recenter yourself, and when you do, you will find that success follows effortlessly. When you act from a place of fear, desperation, or urgency, you are sending out a vibration of lack and limitation, which only pushes away the great opportunities you are seeking. It's tempting to feel like you have to move forward, forcing things to happen. But when you do, you're locking yourself into a frequency that doesn't align with success. This mindset often comes from deep programming we received in childhood, which keeps us trapped in fear and scarcity. But here's the secret. You can change all that. One of the most powerful tools for manifesting what you want is to write it down. These are not illusions. It's about telling your subconscious mind exactly what you're working on. Your subconscious is like a GPS. It doesn't question or analyze. It just works once it knows where to go. When I was 21, I dropped out of college, but I wrote that I wanted to become a globally successful author. I was clear about that. And although my first book was self-published and sold out of the trunk of my car, it led to a deal with Penguin Random House. Fast forward, by the time I was 30, I had made millions, published my books in multiple languages, and had a massive online following. This is the magic that happens when you are brave enough to write down your goals and commit them to paper. Change your mindset to scarcity and abundance, and then the opportunities you've been waiting for begin to appear. The key is to take success, money, and your goals off the pedestal. Stop chasing them. They need you more than you need them. Prioritize your energy, your vibration, and a mindset of creativity. When you align yourself with abundance, success will follow you. So, I encourage you to write exactly what you want. Be specific. Get it out of your mind and onto paper. Then read it daily. Allow that process to eliminate fear and despair. When you stop needing success to complete it, it flows to you with ease. Remember, your subconscious mind is running 95% of your thoughts, behaviors, and actions. Replogram and you will begin to see your life transformed. If you haven't already, check out my free success hypnosis, which can help you begin this process and rewire your mind for abundance. It is available at the following link, totally free. What I want comes to me. Write that in the comments if you are ready to attract what you really deserve.